Have you ever sprinkled a bit of catnip for your cat and been amazed at the transformation? One moment they're calm and composed, and the next they're rolling, purring, leaping, or even zoning out in pure bliss. But what is it about catnip that causes such dramatic reactions? And did you know that not every cat is affected by it in the same way? In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of catnip. We'll explore how it works, why it has such a powerful effect on some cats, and why others don't react at all. Plus, make sure to stick around until the end. We'll not only share tips on using catnip responsibly, but also reveal some exciting alternatives that your cat might love just as much, or even more. What is catnip? Let's start with the basics. Catnip, scientifically known as Nepeta cataria, is a member of the mint family. Native to Europe and Asia, it has since spread across the globe, becoming a favorite among cat owners everywhere. What makes catnip so special? The magic lies in a compound called nepetalactone, which is found in the plant's leaves, stems, and seeds. When cats interact with catnip, either by sniffing, licking, or chewing it, the nepetalactone binds to receptors in their noses, triggering a unique response in their brain. This reaction is thought to mimic feline pheromones, which explains why it sparks such intense and often hilarious behavior. But the effects aren't just random. They actually follow a fascinating pattern, as we'll explore next. How does catnip affect cats? When cats encounter catnip, their reaction is often a delightful mix of euphoria and joy. The experience begins the moment they catch a whiff of the compound nepetalactone. This compound interacts with receptors in the cat's nose, triggering sensory neurons to send signals to the brain's amygdala and hypothalamus, areas closely linked to emotions and behavior. For many cats, this results in a burst of energy and excitement. You might see them rolling on the floor, rubbing their faces against the catnip, or energetically leaping and playing. However, not all cats react with such high energy. Some display a completely opposite response, appearing calm, relaxed, and almost meditative, as though the catnip induces a tranquil state of bliss. Interestingly, these effects are short-lived, typically lasting only about 5 to 15 minutes. After this period, most cats lose interest and need a break of approximately an hour before they can respond to catnip again. This reset period varies slightly from cat to cat. It's also important to note that not every cat is affected by catnip. Sensitivity to catnip is inherited, and research suggests that between 30 to 50% of cats lack the specific gene that makes them respond to nepetalactone. For these cats, catnip will have little to no effect, no matter how much they sniff or play with it. Additionally, kittens under 6 months old often do not react to catnip, as their sensory pathways and neurological systems are not fully developed. Similarly, senior cats may show reduced or no response due to age-related changes in their sensory systems or brain function. There's also the possibility that environmental factors play a role in how cats react to catnip. A stressed or anxious cat might not respond as strongly, even if they're genetically predisposed. Similarly, repeated exposure to catnip in a short period can lead to desensitization, reducing the intensity of their reaction over time. While catnip's effects are brief, for many cats it offers a fun and joyous escape that owners love to watch. Whether your cat is an enthusiastic roller, a mellow meditator, or one of those that simply isn't interested, their reaction or lack thereof can reveal fascinating insights into their unique personality and biology. Which group does your cat fall into? Let us know. We'd love to hear your catnip stories. Creative ways to use catnip. Catnip isn't just for sprinkling on the floor, it's surprisingly versatile. Here are some fun and practical ways to incorporate it into your cat's life. 1. Toys. Many cat toys are stuffed with dried catnip, making them irresistible to your furry friend. If you're feeling crafty, you can even make your own by sewing a small fabric pouch and filling it with catnip. 2. Scratching posts. Sprinkle catnip on your cat's scratching post to encourage them to use it. This can be especially helpful if you're trying to redirect them from scratching your furniture. 3. Training tool. Catnip can be a great motivator for training. Use it to entice your cat to explore a new area of the house, enter a carrier, or try out a new bed. 4. Garden fun. If you have an outdoor space, consider growing your own catnip plant. Not only will your cat love nibbling on the fresh leaves, but it's also a low-maintenance addition to your garden. The science behind the magic. So, what's happening in your cat's brain during their catnip experience? When nepetalactone binds to receptors in their nose, it triggers the release of endorphins. natural chemicals that promote feelings of happiness and relaxation. But here's the surprising part. Catnip doesn't just affect house cats. Big cats like lions, tigers, and leopards can also respond to catnip in similar ways. In fact, zoos sometimes use catnip as enrichment to keep their big cats entertained. For a long time, scientists believed the effects of catnip were purely recreational, but new studies suggest there might be more to the story. Some researchers think catnip could serve a practical purpose, like repelling insects. When cats rub their bodies against the plant, they might be coating themselves in natural bug spray. How cool is that? Is catnip safe for cats? You might be wondering, is catnip safe for my cat? The reassuring answer is yes. Catnip is completely non-toxic and safe for cats. Whether they sniff it, roll in it, or even eat it, catnip won't cause harm. However, just like with any treat or stimulant, moderation is important to ensure your cat's comfort and well-being. While catnip is harmless, consuming too much of it can occasionally lead to mild side effects such as vomiting or diarrhea. To avoid this, it's best to limit your cat's exposure to small, manageable amounts. A pinch sprinkled on a favorite toy, scratching post, or blanket is typically more than enough to spark their interest and keep them entertained. It's also important to remember that while catnip can be a fun addition to your cat's routine, it isn't essential for their happiness or health. Some cats simply don't respond to catnip, which is perfectly normal. This lack of reaction is usually due to genetics, as not all cats inherit the sensitivity to its effects. If your cat isn't a fan, don't worry. There are plenty of other engaging activities and alternatives to keep them stimulated and content, as we'll discuss later in this video. In short, catnip can be a delightful treat for many cats, but it's all about finding the right balance and observing how your cat reacts. Whether they're rolling in bliss or indifferent to the plant, there's always a way to ensure their playtime is safe, fun, and enriching. Alternatives to catnip. If your cat doesn't respond to catnip, don't worry. There are plenty of other options to explore. Some plants can produce similar effects, offering your feline friend the chance to enjoy a different type of enrichment. Below, we'll highlight a few popular alternatives that might be the perfect fit for your cat. Silver vine. Widely used in Asia, silver vine is known for having an even stronger effect than catnip on many cats. If your cat seems indifferent to traditional catnip, this plant could be an excellent alternative to pique their interest and spark playful behavior. Valerian root. This herb offers a stimulating effect that some cats find absolutely irresistible. However, be prepared. The scent of valerian root is much stronger than catnip, which might take some getting used to for both you and your pet. Tatarian honeysuckle. A lesser-known option, Tatarian honeysuckle can produce a euphoric response in certain cats. Often available as small wood chips or incorporated into toys, it's a fun and unique way to engage your cat. Exploring these alternatives is not only a great way to discover what your cat enjoys most, but also an opportunity to add variety to their routine. Who knows, your cat might have a new favorite treat waiting to be discovered. When to avoid catnip. Catnip is generally safe for cats, but there are situations where caution is needed. Some cats may become overly aggressive or highly agitated after exposure to catnip, making it less suitable for them. Additionally, consuming too much catnip can cause mild stomach upset, particularly in cats with sensitive digestion. If you're introducing catnip to kittens, keep in mind that most won't respond until they're around 6 months old. Always observe your cat's reaction and adjust their exposure as needed to ensure their comfort and well-being. Catnip is more than just a fun treat. It's a fascinating glimpse into your cat's instincts and behaviors. Whether they're rolling in bliss, chasing a toy, or relaxing in a patch of fresh catnip, this plant has a way of bringing out the best in our feline friends. Have you tried giving your cat catnip? What was their reaction? Share your stories in the comments. We'd love to hear about your furry friends' antics. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tips and insights about your cat. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.